My daughter Carter is 7 years old, and she is beautiful, she's kind, she's very intelligent, she's very quirky, and she's extremely funny. She also has high-functioning autism. My husband and I, we wanted children for a very long time. It took us 4 years to be able to have Carter. I had a normal pregnancy, everything was fine, she was perfectly healthy, and we never thought that life could be different. I had someone say to me, I think there's something wrong with Carter. And at that point I was in denial, and I really thought they're crazy. They don't see what I see. But anyway, so we went to the doctor, and then we started the therapy process, and basically within 5 minutes of meeting Carter, who was she was just a little bit over 3 at this point, the occupational therapist said, there's no doubt you're going to get an autism diagnosis. They put the occupational therapist and the speech therapist together and did what you call co-therapy. So for 45 minutes a week, we did co-therapy. And at this point, I was kind of kicked out of the room, so I could only sit on the outside of the door or in the waiting room, and which is very hard because at some places you can actually see what's going on, and I couldn't see. All I could really hear was Carter screaming, "Mama," and I couldn't go help her. My husband and I went through a very interesting period where we were angry, not at each other, but we were angry at God. And because why would God make us wait 4 years for a child and think we wouldn't have a child, and then give us a child that was different and that would have struggles? But through everything, the amazing thing is that God has given us victories along the way. Whether they be big or small, right when we need them, He's given us victories. I felt really led to try to figure out and research alternative therapies. One of the things that came up was equine therapy. Once we went for our first lesson, when I say it was terrible, I mean, it was the equivalent of ripping your hair out. If you know anything about autism, you know that there's also a lot of sensory processing issues that can go with it. So in a barn, you have loud noises that are unexpected, from horses. So literally, Carter, I had to hold her the whole time. She wouldn't touch anything. We went every week for 6 months. Probably for, I would say 5 months of that was just me holding Carter. Carter always wanted to talk about horses. She couldn't say much, but what she could say was, go see the horses. I just knew that she loved it. She was just scared of it.
Sorry.
6 months in is when she sat on a horse for the first time. And she only took a few steps, and then that was it. But those few steps, that's literally all we needed. A little while after that, a couple months after that, we ended up purchasing a horse. They just had this instant, amazing connection. Where they first met, Carter went up and hugged her leg and gave her kisses and wanted to ride her, which honestly was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, given from being terrified to wanting to be around this horse all the time and just loving on it. Basically, within buying a horse in January and her checkup, her wellness check in May, the doctor said he had never seen a child progress as much as Carter.
What do you love about Chica?
Riding.
You love riding her?
Yeah.
What else do you love about her?
Playing with her.
You like playing with her?
I like going somewhere.
Ashley Hartz is the director at Tri-State, and we're very blessed to have her as Carter's instructor and therapist. And she is someone that never gave up on Carter and always believed that Carter was capable of more. We were told she'll never be able to have good eye contact, won't be able to speak conversationally. But when Carter was on Chica riding in her horse shows, she would talk to everybody as she was going around the ring, and she would wave at them. Imagination would never be there, and now she's one of the most imaginative children you will ever meet. She has never met a stranger. She loves hugs. And I mean, it's just it's amazing, to be honest with you. God has shown up so clearly, and we still doubt. We're not perfect. As soon as we stop worrying about why does Carter have autism? Why does our life look differently? We can truly focus on where he's going to take us.